And Harvard University is the latest school to face a federal funding freeze from the Trump administration. Global Affairs correspondent Maya Rodriguez is joining us live from our D.C. newsroom. Maya, really unprecedented here. Why is the government taking this action, and what's Harvard's response?
Yeah, Nate, so Harvard is one of 60 colleges and universities that the Department of Education said it was investigating for allegedly not doing enough to protect Jewish students on campus. But the government's recent recommendations to Harvard go beyond cracking down on anti-Semitism. Now Harvard's president says it will not meet those demands and that the government should not be able to dictate how a private university can operate. The federal government froze more than $2.2 billion in grants to Harvard University after the school said it won't comply with a list of demands from the Trump administration over alleged violations of civil rights laws. The Trump administration claims its demands are needed to fight anti-Semitism on college campuses. But in a letter to Harvard sent Friday, the list of demands went beyond that to include governance and leadership reforms at Harvard, changes to hiring and admissions policies, and discontinuation of DEI programs. American Council on Education President Ted Mitchells.
Those are not decisions for the federal government. We do not have a federal system of higher education.
Harvard's president responded to the government, writing, "The university will not surrender its independence or relinquish its constitutional rights." Former Harvard President Lawrence Summers says universities can do better, but disagrees with the Trump administration's approach.
Universities are in need of a great deal of reform, and it's come too slowly. But that's not a reason why the government can entirely suspend the law.
Harvard is not the administration's only target. It's also paused federal funding for schools including the University of Pennsylvania, Princeton, Cornell, and Northwestern University. Columbia University has been discussing policy changes after the Trump administration threatened to cut hundreds of millions of dollars in federal funding there. But on Monday, Columbia's acting president said the university would not relinquish its independence to the federal government. The Trump administration is also facing pushback because of other federal cuts to higher education. On Monday, a group of universities, including MIT, Princeton, and the University of Illinois, sued the Department of Energy over previous cuts to federal research funding. Nate?
Yeah, a lot of that funding going to research. So what effect will these funding freezes then have on these universities, including Harvard? I mean, it's no small dollar number that's going frozen.
Yeah, Nate, like you mentioned, the money that's been frozen is used for research at these universities. So for years, universities have used these federal dollars to work on things like medical treatments and scientific breakthroughs. Experts tell us that withholding that money will set the U.S. back when it comes to science, medicine, and technology research, Nate.